Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to make the most out of the announcement bar and pop ups on your Squarespace website. Here's a hint, they're not just for collecting emails anymore. Before I begin, let me introduce myself if we haven't already. I'm Meg. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher turned Squarespace web designer, and I'm the founder of Floating Lotus Design. I'm here to help you elevate your wellness website and business without the tech overwhelm. And if at any point while you're watching this video today, you like what you see, do me a favor and tap that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Lets me know that you're enjoying the content, and it's really helpful to small channels like me to get your feedback. Okay, let's dive in. Now, if you're new to Squarespace, you may not be aware of the built-in functionality that they have with pop-ups and announcement bars. And even if you are slightly familiar, maybe you're not using them to their full advantage. These are simple and really easy to use tools to help you promote anything you need on your website. Your email list, having people sign up for your newsletter, to promote a sale, to promote an event, any kind of message that you want to have loud and out there on your website. So let's jump over into my demo site and I'll show you how to activate these tools and some different ways you can use them for your website. So here we are over in my demo site, and we're going to come over here to our menu and we're going to select marketing. And then you're going to come right down here to the middle under engagement and you'll see promotional pop-up and announcement bar. So let's start with announcement bar. Right now it's disabled. So all you have to do is select enable announcement bar and boom, you'll see over here on the right, kind of basic announcement bars popped up saying this is an announcement. Quick note before we go any further, the announcement bar and pop-ups are only available on your business or commerce level plan, so just keep that in mind. If you have a personal plan, you may not be able to use these. But moving on. So once you've enabled it, right here is where you can highlight and change your text, whatever you want to say. Maybe you want folks to take advantage of a special sale. So maybe you want to say sale ends, January 31st, something to that effect. Whatever you want to write there, you can bold this text here if you want, italicize it, do whatever you want. You can underline it. You can also include a link directly in here. So if you just want a link to be on part of this, you can add in a link that way. Or coming down here, you can make the entire announcement bar clickable by inputting the link that you want here. So by clicking that wheel, you can have clicking on your announcement bar send an email. You can have it go to a different web address, either maybe you have a sign up page or something else like that. Maybe you've got a free download you're offering people or an audio recording. You can upload that file here, or you can direct them to another page on your website, or even have it direct to make a phone call. So you can set that all here. Just to recap here, if you set it here, the entire announcement bar will become clickable, or you can just have a portion of your text be clickable. So I'm just going to hit save for now and come back over. Now, you might have noticed that was kind of a nice default black and white. So how do we change the styles on that? So we go back to our main menu and hit design and hit site styles. And come on over in here and let's just say we want to change the colors. My default palette is my lightest one. And if I just, once I've got this in here, if I click on the announcement bar, it's automatically going to just bring up the options for the announcement bar. It's this really cool trick and very handy. It saves you a lot of time having to scroll through and find the announcement bar. And then here you can kind of go in, you can check off and you can choose a color from your palette, or you can go in and put in a custom color. I'm just going to stick with my palette right now for my background. And so here you can change your text colors for using something from your palette, or you can do something custom. You can drag it around or type in the code if you have it. I'm going to hit save, done. And that's all there is to setting up your announcement bar. So now let's go take a look at how to do a promotional pop-up. So we're going to come back over here to marketing and we're going to choose promotional pop-up. Now, you'll see right away you get a lot of options here. So let's just start with choosing the layout before you even select display pop-up. So let's go change layout. Let's do that for now. When you go to change layout, you're going to get lots of options here. So this is the first one, very simple. You have options for ones that have where you can have an image. You can add in your own image selection here. You can have an image in the background. Lots of different options here. Another here if you just want something smaller and unobtrusive, text only. Then we also have full page where your pop-up will kind of, oh, sorry, this is a lower banner here just at the bottom. And next to our full page, it'll kind of take over the entire window of your website. So lots of different options to choose from based on kind of your style, your preference. For now, let's just select the first one. And then once you've selected your layout, you're going to go down and choose your action. So this is where you're going to choose whether you're going to click a button like this or sign up for a newsletter. So sign up for a newsletter if it's simple for joining an email list. This is if you're using your Squarespace campaigns or MailChimp, or maybe you're connecting to a Google Drive. This is just like the newsletter block. So if you do sign up for a newsletter, it's going to prompt you to, put in your placeholder text, like you have email address, sign up, that's where that corresponds. Your disclaimer, which is right here, that's where you can edit any of these, type in whatever you want. And then just like on a newsletter box, it'll prompt you to connect it to your Squarespace campaign or MailChimp or Google Drive. Those are your options. And then messages for verification, your post submit, same as you would for any newsletter block. For this example, let's just do click a button, a little bit more straightforward. So in here, when you have click a button, you have the option of typing in the text that you want. I put sign me up in here. And just like we did on our promotional pop-up, you can have it linked to anything you want when they click that button. So that button could be to an email, it could be to a web address, maybe you have a different landing page somewhere, or perhaps you're using something like Flowdesk or ConvertKit and you have a link to a sign-up sheet there. Maybe again, you have a file, or it can go to another page. So same thing here, you can just set up wherever you want the user to go once they've clicked that button. Just gonna hit save and go back. So that takes care of your action. And now your content. So content is really just this. What's our headline going to be and what's our body text going to be? So just right in here, you can, download your free, guide. Download your free guide, right? And then in here again, you can say, get it now and don't delay. Again, same here with the body text here. You can throw in a link here if you want. Don't really know why you'd want to do that if you're having them click a button. So to me, less is more. So you can basically put whatever you want in there. Click save, head on back, and just kind of keep working your way down. So that was the content. Now we want the display and timing. And this is going to dictate where this pop-up will show up and how often. So first it'll show up on only certain pages. If you only want it to show up on certain pages on your website, then you can select them. Or by default, it'll be any first page. So regardless of where your visitor is coming from, the first page they land on, the pop-up will show up. On timing, show on a timer, show on scroll, or a combination of both. So where you can set it's going to show up, like in this example, after 5 seconds and 25% scrolling down your screen. If you just want to show it up on time, you can select 5, 10, or 30 seconds, or immediately. And then frequency, you get to select how many days after they first see the pop-up, whether you show it again. So you can show it the next day, 1 week, 2 weeks, 30 days, or never. And if you've done a newsletter sign up, you can select on or off. Don't show it again after they've signed up. And you can also click on to show this on mobile. So this is a nice feature too. Maybe you don't want this pop-up showing up on mobile, so you can click that off if you'd like. So once you've done all of that, again, hit save. And then the last thing is style. So unlike our announcement bar, you can update the style right within here. So, but another quick tip, we've got a lot of things to select from here, but we can do the same thing that we did with the pop-up bar. If we just go over into the pop-up and just click on that heading, it's just going to give you the headline, font, and color. And if you are going to have it on mobile, again, another nice feature, you can change the font or the headline color there. So you can kind of play around with that. And then when you're set with that, you can also then click the button and it will bring up your options for the button, both on mobile and regular. So you can set all of your styles there. Once you're all done with that, you can click this, toggle it on. And the nice thing is even if you toggle it off, it's going to remember like what you had in there last. You're not going to lose it. So you may want to be like using it at some point, turning it back on, every quarter or something like that, depending on what you're doing. So it's nice that whatever you last did doesn't get lost. So you turn it on, hit save, and that's all there is to it. You're now good to go. You've got your pop-up ready and your users will start seeing it. I hope you found that tutorial helpful. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot of time or extra effort to use a pop-up or an announcement bar, and you can easily format them, do some quick design, and you have a great way of highlighting some important things on your website when you need them, and you can turn them off and on as needed. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out the description below for some links to some useful free resources, as well as some tools that I think are great for use in your wellness website and business. And make sure to check out some of my other tutorials if you're looking for some more help in the Squarespace. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.